Hello friends, we are here for another foundation video. I recently got my hands on this new one from e.l.f., the Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I love satin foundations. That's my jam with my dry skin. So I was intrigued. It was like $8.99. I wanted to try it out. That's what we're gonna do today. This is gonna be a first impression. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do a wear test or not. You'll have to stay tuned to find out. If I don't get to a wear test, I'll do it in a short, but let's go ahead and get this on my face. If you're new, hello and welcome. My name is Kelly and I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking, I love makeup, I love talking about makeup. So if you like to chat about makeup too, you're in the right spot. But let's go ahead and put some makeup on together. So before we jump into the actual demo and me applying this, I did want to let you know a little bit about this foundation. I did purchase it from the e.l.f. website and it's $8 on there. I think with taxes and everything, for some reason, like $8.99 is sticking out in my head, but it says $8 on the e.l.f. website. It is medium buildable coverage with a satin finish. The thing that I like about their shade range is it starts with like fair, light, medium, tan, deep, rich, and then you get to pick your undertone after that. So it would be cool, neutral, and warm. I ended up with 21 light neutral. Typically have a light skin tone and my undertone is neutral, so I felt like that was a safe bet for me. It says on the e.l.f. website that this is a long-lasting, hydrating liquid foundation that delivers just right medium buildable coverage and a satin finish. There are 36 shades available, and I mean, it's under 10 bucks. So love that for us. I always think it's interesting when the description box will say that it's good for dry, oily, and combination skin. Like, those are so different. Those are so different. But it does say that there is 1% hydrating hibiscus complex. I don't know. We'll see. It's not going to be cakey or heavy, just smooth and satin. I will determine that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I do just want to let you know I did prime my face already. I have a pool party to go to this afternoon, so I need my makeup to stay. I went in with my One Size Secure the Glow Tacky Hydrating Primer. Hopefully that will help the foundation stick to my face at this pool party. And then I did use a little bit of my Sigma Color Correcting Duo in light to medium because I like to apply that underneath my foundation and it's gonna help correct my dark circles. So why don't we go ahead, I'm going to zoom you in and we're gonna put this on my face together. I'm hoping this is the right shade for me. I have not tried it on my face yet. I did do a little swatchy swatch and I have to say, I don't know, a little concerned here, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it applies. I'm just going to dot it onto my face first. We're gonna go in with a little bit and build it up. I will be using my Singe sponge today. I always like to give my foundation sponge a little spritz even though it's damp. And we're just gonna see. It says medium buildable coverage. Like I said, I'm just going in very light at first. One, to see if I can get a lighter coverage. But two, I'm not completely sure that this shade match is going to be the right one for me. So even though it does say medium buildable, I do want to say you are able to get a lighter coverage because I just like did a couple dabs all over my face. You can see the freckles, you can still see like beauty marks, a little bit of redness, but that was on me. I did a very light amount. So what I'm gonna do now is just go in with like a second layer and see how well this builds up. So far the shade match seems like it's okay, but I do want to build up a little bit and then we'll see if this oxidizes, then it's not gonna be my shade, that's for sure. Okay, so here we have like 2 layers, another additional layer. I feel like I still want to say it's more of like a lighter coverage or maybe like a light to medium. I did go in with a pretty light hand because I'm a little concerned that there may be some oxidation. It looks a little orange on my skin. I'm going to hopefully be able to balance that out with concealer and such, but like you can still see my freckles, my beauty marks. I don't have any blemishes that I'm struggling with at the moment, but I don't feel like this would cover them up. I feel like it's interesting because when I touch it, the texture looks like it's a little bit thicker. It felt thicker, it was a little bit goopy when I was squeezing it out onto my hand. It felt like a thicker texture, but then when I put it on the face, it is giving me more of a lighter coverage. So it blended out fine with my sponge. I didn't have any issues with that. And that could be contributing a little bit to maybe me saying that it's a light medium. If you want more coverage, you could go in with a brush, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup off camera. I will show you what it's looking like when I have a little bit of concealer on, when I have a little bit of powder on. I'll let you see what it's looking like, but then I'm gonna come back with a full face and kind of let you know my thoughts, how it's playing with other makeup, and we'll see. We'll see what I think about this then. Here's what it's looking like after I added a little bit of concealer and powder. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and we'll see. We'll see what my thoughts are then. Okay, so here we are at like the 2-hour mark. I've finished my makeup, I've done some things, and I have some thoughts. I'll probably do some other check-ins after this portion of the video so we can see throughout the day, but I have some like initial first impression thoughts. I wanna say, I don't think that I'm gonna love this. I think the shade match is fine. Again, light neutral 21. It is a little orange, but by the time I put the rest of my makeup on, like, I don't know that you can really see it too much. When it was just by itself, I could see that there was more of like an orange tint, but altogether, I feel like it looks fine. It just feels tight on the face. Even after going in with primer, even after setting it with some setting spray, I used my MAC Fix Plus, I used the Urban Decay All Nighter with hyaluronic acid, like it still feels a little bit tight. The only place where there is like any glowiness is where I highlighted. I don't see any dry patches, like I don't see it clinging anywhere, but it just, like for an $8 foundation, it's okay. Like it was $8, you know what I mean? But I don't think that this is one that like I would reach for. When I think of satin foundation, I'm thinking of like comfortable wear and like a little bit of luminosity, the way that my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk gives me. It's not like a glowy radiance, but there is a little bit of something there. This does feel more along the lines of like a matte foundation for me. So I don't think it's gonna be a new favorite. I'm going to keep using it. I'm going to go ahead and do like a follow-up speed reviews after I've used it a little bit more. I'm taking my kids to a birthday party later. We're gonna be outside, and then my husband and I are going out. So if I do have some check-ins, I will share them with you. But so far, I'm just kind of like on the fence. Like, it's okay. If you are balling on a budget, you're in a pinch, you need something quick and easy, this may be great for someone with like normal combo oily, but if you do have dry skin, like just know there is a little bit of like a tight feeling there. So those are my initial thoughts. Take it for what you will. If you have tried this out, I would love to know down below, like, what are your thoughts on this foundation? Do you think it's amazing? Did you love it? Did you not love it? I would love to know down below. Tell me your thoughts. Let me know what you think. But otherwise, that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe before you go. That way I can see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, so just doing a little check-in. Been wearing the makeup for about 7 hours. Went to the pool party. I was in the pool. I was getting splashed. I was with my son. I think it's holding up pretty well. I will say it's not the most comfortable feeling on my face. You can definitely see some glowiness, some dewiness. You can see my sunglasses lines. I live in Texas, y'all. So it's like 90 degrees. I was sweating, definitely very glossy, but I feel like the makeup held up pretty well. Like I said, I don't think it's the most comfortable. I can kind of feel it on my face, and now that like I've been outside and sweating and stuff, it's dewy, but this is probably going to be the only check-in. My husband and I are going to go out to eat, and then I'm going to come back and wash my face, but it'll be pretty late then. So I think it held up. I think if you have normal oily skin, I think it'll hold up well for you. If you're looking for like dewy, glowy, radiant, I don't think this is the one. So those are my thoughts.